Would you like to know how to make six figures teaching online? I do it, all of my clients do it, and I'm going to teach you a formula so that you can do it too. If you're really serious about making six figures teaching online, did you know that there's one social media tool that stands out above the others? I'm going to show you what that one is and how to use it. I'm going to cover 4 different steps, and if you follow these steps, then you really should be able to make six figures. At the end of the video, I'm going to run through some numbers so you can know what's realistic for you. I'm so excited that you're here. Seriously, this episode is perfect for you because if you want to know how to make six figures teaching online, that is what I help people do. That's exactly what I help people do. We create educational content on YouTube in a specific way that markets itself and pulls in the people that love you, admire you, and want to hire you. Now, my strategy isn't a get rich quick. It's not a make six figures quickly, but it's a way to make 6 and 7 figures very, very consistently, very, very predictably, but it does take some time to build that momentum. I produce dozens of channels, and several of them are actually making 7 figures per month by doing what I'm going to teach you in this video. Take what you're going to learn in this video very seriously. It's simple, but it takes consistent effort. It takes stick-to-itness for a long time. I'm talking several months when you're not really going to see very many results in the beginning or in the short term, but once you cross 4 months, you get into 5 and 6 months and beyond, you really start to pick up momentum. Now, of all the ways that you can monetize a YouTube channel, that you can really generate leads for your business, it can lead into keynotes, it can lead to event registrations, it can lead into large ticket items like coaching packages or retreats or big events. The thing that's easiest to sell the quickest is a course. So I definitely recommend having a course as one piece of your offering. Let me just paint a quick picture of what you're going to learn here. Okay, so we're creating educational content that we teach and we share and we answer questions. So people all around the world who are searching for your expertise, they find you in these videos. They get their questions answered. And there's this awesome relationship built. Just like you and I were making eye contact right now, well, these people are making eye contact with you. And you give them value. And so there's this relationship built and they really appreciate you. When they get to the end of the video, there's a call to action where you give them more. You give them a free gift. You say, hey, if you found value in this episode, I've got a free gift for you that will take you a lot deeper. You've learned A, B, and C in this episode. And if you want to learn the entire alphabet, I want to give you this free gift that will teach you the whole alphabet. So go ahead and click the link below and you'll get access to that for free. Now you have their name and their email. Maybe you have their phone number. If it's a free plus shipping offer, then you have their shipping address as well. And once they've gotten their free gift, they see a thank you page. Guess what you can put on that thank you page? A promo video for anything that you offer. And you have their email address and other contact information so you can reach out to them and invite them. If you're really committed to making 6 figures and more teaching online, then use this strategy, have the patience to build the momentum over the next several months on YouTube, and you most certainly will accomplish that goal. Let's dive in. All right, YouTube has two huge advantages compared to any other video or social platform. The first one is search. Search is huge, okay? We use the YouTube search engine all the time. When we're searching for a how-to video or a video that somebody describes to us and we want to find it, we're so used to it, we take it for granted. It works amazing and we can really use it to our advantage. But first, let's compare it to any other video or social platform out there. So let's take Facebook. Have you ever used Facebook's search engine? Tried to do a search? It's very frustrating. I mean, it doesn't work. You cannot find what you're searching for. I can post something on Facebook and then try and search and find it. It doesn't work. It's kind of worthless. I don't understand why it's there. I can't even find my own content, let alone if you posted something amazing and I wanted to search and find it. The only way that I know how to do that is to actually go to your profile and to dig and search through your past. What if there's something that you saw and you wanted to see it again and go find it again? Yeah, you just can't do that. Now, LinkedIn, they have a search engine. LinkedIn's search engine is good for searching for people in your local area that have skills. So like if you're searching for somebody to work with or somebody to hire, that can work. But as far as searching for content, that just doesn't work. It just doesn't exist. But you think about how great YouTube's search engine is, and we can really use it to our advantage. Let me paint the picture this way. Okay, right now, all around the world, people are searching for your expertise. They're searching for you, they just don't know that you exist. So what they do is they go to Google or YouTube and they type in questions. And if we make a video that answers their question, the YouTube search engine is so great, guess what? They're gonna find you in your video and they're gonna see you as their hero. So that's the first huge advantage that I'm gonna teach you how to take advantage of. The second big advantage to YouTube is YouTube will promote you without you having to pay for it, okay? So in addition to the search traffic that you're gonna be getting, YouTube is gonna suggest and recommend and promote your content to more and more audiences when you follow the formula that I share. Now, YouTube did something very, very smart from the beginning. They launched a partner program where you can become a partner with YouTube and share in YouTube's revenue. So get this, advertisers pay YouTube money. That's how YouTube makes money, is from advertisers. But YouTube pays me and pays you 55% of that ad revenue. That's a pretty big deal to think that they pay out 55% of it. They set it up right from the beginning, so now there's a vested interest. And that's why YouTube provides us such great analytics. I guess that could be a third benefit, the analytics. YouTube tells us why one video performed better than another. It tells us who these people are, what age, what demographic, what gender. We can look at one video compared to another one and see what we did different and how we can make our next video even better than both. So if your goal is to grow influence and to build a massive following of people who love you, admire you, and want to hire you, YouTube is amazing, and these two advantages are a big part of why. All right, step one, it might sound overwhelming, so let me say this first. It's actually really simple, and there's one tool that's online, and it's really easy to use. It does all the work for you. Step one is you've got to do keyword research before filming. Now, what we're specifically looking for and what the tool just tells you is really specific questions, really long questions that your audience is asking online or that surrounds your area of expertise. So any questions people are asking that you're the best person to answer. So that's exactly what we want, but you can't do it out of order. You have to do the keyword research before you film. Step number 2 is to answer one question in depth per episode. Okay, so you've done this research and you found these different questions. That'll be the title of your video, and you make one episode to answer that question. So here's why this is so powerful. Imagine somebody somewhere else on the planet or another state, right? They go to YouTube or Google, they type in this question, and your video appears in front of them. They think, oh, that's exactly what I searched for. So they click on it. They watch your video all the way to the end because your video talks specifically to them. For them, they see you as the hero. And for YouTube, the algorithm sees your video as a high performer because not only did it get people to watch, but they watched all the way to the end. And YouTube's gonna suggest your video to more and more people because of its high performance. Step 3 is where you have the call to action. I kind of alluded to that earlier or explained how that works. You get to the end of the video and then you give them an invitation. There's actually 2 types of call to actions that I wanna talk about here. There's one that's a call to action to your lead magnet or your free gift. And then there's another call to action that I recommend that leads them to the next video they should watch right then. Pick one or the other. Typically, when I film 20 episodes in a day, I'll recommend that 5 videos have a call to action to the lead magnet. And then the other 15 videos have a call to action that tells people to go watch one of these videos next. So at the end of that video, you might say, all right, now that you've learned A, B, and C in this episode, I want you to learn D, E, and F, and that's in the next episode. Go ahead and go watch this video right now. Instead of getting to the end of the video like so many people do, or we see on just about every channel, and they say, hey, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment below. We'll see you tomorrow. Every one of those things that I just said is a signal to tell people we're done. This episode is over. You can go about your day now. You can even turn off YouTube if you want. Instead, we're giving them a call to take action. The action could be like on these 5, hey, I've got a free gift for you. Go ahead and go download that now. So in that case, they're leaving YouTube. And YouTube notices that. YouTube does give a penalty when a video tends to take people away from YouTube. But you can get your own website approved. So not Facebook, not Instagram, not sending people to LinkedIn or to your podcast, but if you send somebody to your own website, you can get that website approved on your channel so that when people click the link to go to your website, that's approved, and that's a much smaller penalty. YouTube says so. And it's definitely worth it. They're going from your YouTube videos to your channel. So it might be a small penalty on YouTube, but it's a huge advantage to you. With the other type of call to action, you're encouraging them to stay longer on YouTube. It's kind of like they've watched a part 1. Hey, now go watch part 2. It's really important. Go watch part 2 now. And because the 5 that have the lead magnet call to action are your most valuable, they're your most valuable or converting in terms of generating you leads, then your other 15 videos get them to stay longer on YouTube and help your channel's performance and lead to more leads. Okay, are you ready for ingredient number 4 or step number 4? Now that you've got these leads, you've had all that traffic come in, they've built that relationship with you, they've gone to your website, they've gotten your free gift, so now they're a lead. That means you have their contact information. So what do you need to do next? Step number 4, give them a call. You didn't want to hear that. You didn't want to hear that, did you? But I'm telling you, if you just email them and you expect them to buy, you might get 1% of people that buy. Or you've got your automated sales funnel, right? So it should automatically start making sales. Yeah, you might make a 1 or 2% conversion rate. Listen, these people love you. They want to have a relationship with you. In fact, they feel that they've started to build that relationship with you. That's what's happened as they've watched your YouTube videos. So imagine what will happen if they hear your voice on the phone. They're gonna flip out. They're not going to believe that it's actually you. And they might say things like, oh my gosh, is this really you? And you'll just say, yeah, it's me. Just wanted to reach out. How you doing? They will be so impressed and so honored. All you have to do is just follow up with whatever free gift they were sent. Ask them how they like it. Ask them if they know about the course that you offer. And then ask them, do you feel that the course will be beneficial to you? If they believe that it will be beneficial to them, then ask them, okay, how can we make it happen? In the beginning, you being on the phone, yeah, you, the star of your YouTube channel, you need to be the one making the calls. That way you'll know what good numbers are. So if you look at your sales funnel and it's getting a 5% conversion rate, which that sounds amazing, but compared to 50% that you might be getting on the phone, yeah, it just doesn't compare. Down the road, you can hire a salesperson, and when they jump on the phone, maybe they only close 30 or 40%, but you'll have something to compare it to versus the 1 or 2% that you're probably going to get from your sales funnel, and then hiring a salesperson and maybe bumping that up to 4 or 5%, and you'll think that's great when there's just so many people that would love to work with you but haven't because you didn't give them a call. How about we run some numbers? If we want to make $100,000 a year teaching online, how many courses do we have to sell if we charge $50 per course? Well, if you take 100,000 divided by 50, that's 2,000. If you take the same 100K divided by 500, that's 200. And if you take the same 100,000 divided by 5,000, that's 20. So how do you make $100,000 teaching online? Well, you can do it either one of these ways. And I'm not saying one way is better than another. If you can't sell more than a $50 course, then know that you've got to sell 2,000 of them to make $100,000 per year. And it may be that if you're using your automated sales funnel, this is all you can sell. Or maybe you could sell an occasional $500 course. But when you're jumping into this range, that's really when you got to jump on the phone. And think about it. One phone call to sell this is worth 10 of these sales. But really, what if you could sell a $5,000 course? Does that sound crazy? It's actually not crazy when you're selling an outcome. Instead of selling your time, like a certain number of hours, if it would only take you 5 hours and you charge $5,000, then people are going to know you're charging $1,000 per hour, and they may not like that. You know, attorneys might charge $100 per hour, or a really good one, $200 per hour, or $300 per hour, and you're thinking, man, watching the clock, oh, my time, we got to make sure I'm getting the best of my time. We don't want any hourly based pay. We don't want to sell features. Well, you get this item, you get this item, we're going to do this task, we're going to do this task. We don't want that either because people can put a price on that. What they value more than features is the outcome. Hey, if you go through my program, you're going to have this happen, and we work with you until you achieve that. It might be to revamp your sales team, or it might be to overcome an addiction. It might be to accomplish a lofty goal. It might be to transform your stage presentation and giving a keynote. Whatever that outcome is, think about what that outcome is worth. Is the outcome worth $5,000? Yeah. So if you have an outcome-based program that you can sell for $5,000, you have a lot more motivation to give them a call on the phone. And you know what? If they're not qualified, maybe this will be a better fit for them. You sell them the lower course. Now you know the 4 steps, and now you know the numbers and what's realistic for you. Now I want to teach you my keyword strategy, how to find those topics and the tool that I told you about. I made another video. You can either click it here or click it right there. The video is called How to Get 1,000 Subscribers in a Day on YouTube. Go ahead and watch that video now.